This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today I want to show you how Amazon packed this thing. Obviously, from the thumbnail, you know that this is going to be Duplico from the Rulers of the Sun subline for Masters of the Universe. This is how it came packed. I have never gotten a, quote, collector-friendly packaging from Amazon that was done particularly well. Theoretically, that should have worked, but look at all the damage on here. And I think this was caused by the cardboard, right? Like, and I say the backing, but at least I'm not like, saving these things in package. Otherwise, I would have been pissed. But anyway, this is Duplico. He is the last Rulers of the Sun figure that I needed. I do have the last 3-pack they did. I just haven't opened it yet to do any kind of review with. And this was one of those cluster ducks that Mattel did again. Basically turning him into a chase figure for one of the waves. As far as I know, that's what they attempted to do. But I think we all know of how poorly executed it was, like it always is when they try to do this kind of crap with Masters of the Universe. Please see the Matty Collector attempt at doing like the red Hordak and crap like that. Also, it looks like he's coming off the plastic already. On the back of the box, we see Duplico going up against Snake Armor Skeletor, and Pighead. Duplico centers himself to regenerate, duplicate, or even travel the astral plane. Seriously, this is the one issue I've had with the Rulers of the Sun characters based on their abilities. They're like Mary Sue's. They got like too much power, right? Rise of the Snake Men. The dreaded Snake Men have arisen from the darkest depths of Snake Mountain. King Hiss and his repulsive reptiles have vowed to destroy He-Man and his heroic warriors, as well as Sunman and the Rulers of the Sun. Will Eternia fall to the slithering swarm? And obviously we fit the power saw into his hand, hook onto his belt. Power saw, really? That's what that's supposed to be? Oh boy. So as part of this wave, we had Tongue Lasher, Snake Armor Skeletor, and Roboto, and I think it was a different Rulers of the Sun character, or somebody else. I don't remember who the other one was that was supposed to be on here also, because it's been long enough. Because honestly, this figure was going for ridiculous amounts of money to start with. On average, he was selling for like $70 during the Black Friday time. I think he got down to like 35, and that's when I went ahead and ordered him, because at that point, that I considered reasonable for a figure I didn't have and wasn't likely to get any cheaper. But if he never went down that low, I still would have been fine with never getting him either. Well, let's open him up. Well, this looks stupid. The white guy in the Rulers of the Sun seems to be the only one with a unique head sculpt that wasn't reused for anything else. Okay, technically Sunman main head wasn't used on anybody but Sunman, but it was used like 2 or 3 times on Sunman, I think. We got a little piece of paper that tells us the different swappable parts. We're used to that by now. He gets his own comic book. Who was the... You know what? If anybody remembers who the other character was, go ahead and throw the name in the comments below. I might just go ahead and look through my other mini comics until I find the other one that came with all these guys. So class, let's read aloud together, shall we? The Legend of Duplico. That's some ugly ass artwork. Across the highest summits of Trafixa, through the bitter frost, a lone mountaineer climbs. His name is Oak. He is a traveler, explorer, adventurer, seeker, though what he searches for is most in life are answers, but to what questions he doesn't know. Little does he know, oh God, he's about to discover his true purpose. Snap. Wait. Ow. Ah! Unconscious with a broken leg, his chances of survival are slim. Worse, darkness comes with colder winds. Then, from the night sky itself, with its countless empires of sparkling stars, a voice speaks. Awaken, traveler. Who? Who are you? I am the distant star. Oh, fuck me. I am the distant star. I've come, bearing the greatest of gifts. Your leg is healed. Now rise and seize your destiny. Okay, they did the wrong coloring here on the second line here, because if it's still supposed to be that voice. And it's the narrator box. You strive to go where none dare. Thus I bestow the abilities to replicate yourself across any distance. Henceforth you are Duplico, the heroic duplicator. How can I ever repay you? Use your powers for good. That will be the ultimate display of gratitude. Of course. I will prove myself worthy. Tell me, from where in the cosmos do you hail? I am the first son of planet Trifixa, world of the sun people. The stars themselves are sentient. Like you, we live, we feel, and we even die. Ours is the lifeblood of the universe, and we are in danger. We need your aid as the star of Eternia is in peril. I'm ready. Search beyond yourself, there you shall find your calling. And so he thought within and without, and was transported into the heart of conflict. Who is this friend or foe? I am Duplico, and I am friend of Sunman. Let's send these cretins packing. Where'd they go? A place where they can do no harm. Really? What? Harry, unleash the Star Blighter, a weapon capable of stealing the energy from the stars themselves. Give it up, King Hiss. Never! Fire! Clank. In the deadliest instant, the brightest star was snuffed out. What you witnessed was but a fraction of the power at my command. Star by star, I shall obliterate the universe. Fool, the power of destruction is nothing compared to the power of creation. Oh god, is he going to create a freaking star now? Only moments later, being extinguished, the solar source was restored. F*** me. Surf's up! Sploosh! Sploosh! Using his powers of teleportation, Duplico dismantles every component of the Sun Blighter. Incredible work, Duplico. Your powers are astonishing. You created a new sun for Eternia. Not quite, He-Man. I only restored the energy trapped within the Star Blighter. The sun is as vibrant as ever. The Masters of the Universe could use you in our ranks. Join us. Fight for the forces of good. All my life, I've been a mountaineer, climbing summits in search of my purpose. Offer accepted. May our alliance burn ever brightly. Okay. I'm not rereading that again. So again, Tongue Lasher, the creature with the venomous tongue, Snake Armor Skeletor, poisoned with power, Duplico, heroic duplicator, and Roboto, heroic mechanical warrior. Yeah, seriously. Every Rulers of the Sun figure in their story, they're just like ridiculously overpowered and, you know, Mary Sue's basically. And nothing explained why this thing is called a power saw. So anyway, it is wired into his backpack. I want you to see, the knot on here is huge. So theoretically, I guess you're supposed to be able to fit that in there, but then we got to move the cable, I guess, if we want to do that. So the knot itself gets in the way of him putting his gun in his little holster hook. And look at the positioning of that. That is a ridiculous spot for it. I feel like he's got Elvis hair too for some reason. I'm pretty sure this is a unique head sculpt. Like the hair I don't recognize. The head, I don't think that head's been used on anybody else either, but I'm not 100% sure, I guess. Just that this combination has definitely not been used on anybody else. Ugh. Articulation-wise, head's on the usual ball joint. We can spin it all the way around if we want. You can look down and you can look up, look over sideways, the usual. Arm hinges up, arm hinges down. It is very stiff on this figure. We can also spin around. It does get caught up a little bit in his harness, but it's not horrible. This soft plastic does allow you to get through it. There is the standard hinge, which is less than 90 degrees from the Origins figures. He's got the spin at the waist, which, as you can see, we are currently pulling the gun cord around with him. Knee kicks up a little bit. Leg kicks up a little bit. Kicks back a little bit. We bend at the knee. A little less than 90, but not horrible. There's a bit of a spin there, too, because there is pegged in. And, of course, we do have the boot cut. And we have the ankle hinge and swivel. This harness is kind of obnoxious. Yeah, they didn't think this out very well. Like, because look at the size of that knot. You can't put the gun in the holster while it's there. So as I was mentioning before, you need to move that out of the way, and then you can hook the gun into it. So that's a design flaw. The knot probably should have had a hole going through this part here for the knot, or for the cord in the knot, just to have it out of the way so you could, just shove the handle in there without getting it in the way. To be honest with you, too, this harness feels too big. Like, oh, man. It sort of seems like it's sized for classics and not for, I can't get it back on. Not for Origins. Because look at all this empty space around it. There should not be that much leeway in the harnesses, right? We all know that. I mean, look at this. This is the kind of look we got with when we saw like the figures in the Masters of the WWE universe using equipment from classics. Just a lot of empty space around it. So I don't know. I can't think of any character that used that in classics or at all. But it definitely seems like it was designed for a larger bodied figure. I guess I never actually put the gun in his hand, did I? But I still love that there's no explanation as to what that weapon does. And again, he can duplicate himself across and transport stuff. That's just, again, overpowered. He's overpowered, like every Rulers of the Sun figure. That being said, I do wish that they had, with the Rulers of the Sun one, while they were giving us all the figures from the line and some of the prototypes from back in the 80s, I would have liked to have seen them throw in a female character. That's the one thing that was actually missing from the original line, that they should have gone ahead and let the original designer put together a female character just to, let's just say it, add some diversity to the cast a little bit more. Because female figures in Masters of the Universe line are few and far between. Yeah, I just thought it would be great if they would have gone ahead and just created a female character to go along with the Rulers of the Sun figures. It's really a shame they didn't. It's also a shame that all the powers are just ridiculous on them. But, like I said, I want to know what you guys think. Probably by now I would have looked and seen who the other character was that was actually the mainline one and not the Chase variant. I hate Chase figures. But if you enjoyed this content and me ranting a bit here, please feel free to subscribe. On occasion, I do go a little off the rails. Actually, there's one video that I really went off the rails that I have not edited or posted, and I probably should do that. But thanks for watching. Peace and love.